Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Rule the Waves 2 as Great Britain. Our war against the Axis powers continues, and it looks like this battle is well on its way to ending. We have essentially destroyed a Japanese carrier and battleship. I highly doubt they will actually follow through on their invasion at this point. I am going to try pursuing for just a little bit longer, see if I'm able to get my cruisers in on their transports, which should be right about there. But I still have to be cautious with my use of other ships. Hopefully I can push my advantage with my blind fire radars and try and crush the enemy. But if they get torpedoes off, which they are also able to blind fire at radar contacts, then things may go poorly for me as well. I do not want to turn this around and snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. So we're going to play this relatively cautiously. And I do not remember what direction these various ships are headed. So let's give it a turn and see what we've got. Okay, so that's retreating. Those are retreating. Okay. So I think our best bet is to just keep turning back and forth and camp on these guys' sterns. Kind of hard to shoot a torpedo if they're right off your rear end. Hopefully we'll be safe. Well, we're definitely getting hits, whatever that is. But it's moving pretty fast. It may end up getting away. That said, we can start turning our light cruisers forward as well. Oh, here it comes. Break to the south. That looks like a launch. And there's some sort of escorts over here. And then we have the Juno as well. Does she have good radar? Well, she's got reliable search. And her guns are trained. Maybe she is shooting something useful. Hang on, I forgot. I've got destroyers trying to withdraw, and there is something over here. Hopefully the Ernie's able to sneak past. Oh, there's something up here as well. That's weird. How is Jackal doing? Looks like she's got stuff under control. I'm going to slow her down a little more and turn her away from this fight. I want her working around to the north, but also hopefully getting past whatever that is. And this fellow, we're also going to turn away so we can try and stick away from those fights. What's Afridi doing? Looks like she's back under control. Machinery repaired, but she's still fairly limited on speed. Well, we're going to point her back towards home base. See if we can work the Juno a little closer. Whatever this thing is. Hang on. Ernie limits flooding. Does that mean? Oh, she's down to 2. That means she's got 150 turns of life left at this point. Man, we are getting all manner of hits on these things. That is good news. And hopefully the Juno is able to get in here. Oh, there we go. We got one of them stopped. Possibly sinking. Let's see. I do not know where that contact to the north went. So hopefully it is safe for the Ernie to turn back in. Let's see if we can send the Jackal and the Afridi over here. And what on earth is the Liffey doing? She's in relatively good shape. Huh. Let's turn her back towards the fight here where she can actually do some good. Put another torpedo into the Sagami. Yeah, that's fine. That's A-okay. Oh boy. About face. I do not want you guys diving into that mess of destroyers. Let's retreat over this way. And we'll see if the Juno can finish off those things. And be careful, guys. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh boy. That's an Izumo. Hang on. Does anybody have torpedoes? Arun has torpedoes. Does Arun have arc? Doesn't look like it. But there's a solution. Turn together, line abreast, hard a port. Do these fellows have anything? Dido actually does have an arc. Pop that out right now. And if we're lucky, we can shoot this thing up. I did not expect that level of ferocity. That said, we're at point blank range. And we are putting those autoloaders to good use. Still technically counts as deliberate fire right now, but we'll take it. And the Afridi is hammering an already sinking battleship. And we're starting to get hits on the Izumo. And there we go. First hit, autoloader goes to full rate of fire. Let's do some damage. Whew, there's a torpedo hit. And look at that. Stack more hits on the Izumo. She is in bad shape now. Let's see, is the Arun able to launch? Looks like she already did. And it's at a good angle too, so our own cruisers are not in danger. And the Proserpine is up unloading as well. Fantastic! Oh, wait, nope, they missed. They forgot Izumo was stopping. Alright, we have eyes on transports as well. I think at this point it is safe to start turning away and disengaging from the main fight, because I think we have clearly won this battle. Let's start reassembling the fleet and getting away so we can call this to a close. Basilisk has anything? Arun still has one torpedo left, but that's a poor angle. And of course, these fellows both have a little ways to go before they're reloaded. Does the Izumo have any? Oh, she does have torpedoes. I don't like that. Ooh, whoops, wrong ship. What is that? Whatever it is, I don't like it. Turn away. I think we're getting plenty of hits on that Izumo there. How long do we have? 24 minutes. Arun still has one torpedo. Is it worth making another attempt? You know what? Yeah, I think it is. We're going to turn this around. We're going to go for one more pass. In fact, we're actually going to form them back up. In the hopes of doing a proper pass. And, oh man, that transport is in all manner of trouble. Blech, words. And it looks like our 6-inch auto loaders are... Oh, no, no, that's not auto loaders. Huh. That's still some pretty good rate of fire there. Alright. Getting some of those good hits. Both 4-inch and 6-inch on there. And... let's see. We'll bring the light cruisers up this way for a moment. And we're going to do a close pass on Izumo. And I think the Ernie might actually make it. Hopefully I didn't speak too soon. She's down to 1 flooding. Good. Yeah, I think the Ernie is going to make it. How's Jackal doing? She's back under control. Let's turn her north. We'll take the Afrita around to the north as well. Liffey's coming back. And this Ness fellow is also going to start heading back home. Turn the Juggernauts to the north. Battle cruisers can drop down to 20 knots because we don't need to be racing at flank speed anymore. And we're going to try one more pass on the transports. And looks like Arun just fired her last torpedo. Good. That's what I like to see. How are these guys doing? Doing just fine. I think I'll keep them in this general area to screen whatever those things are. And there's our second torpedo hit. Fantastic. That'll keep them under control. We'll keep the destroyers around to chase them off as well. I think we've got enough shots at the Izumo. Let's hold fire for a few turns while we get away. And there we go. 6 6-inch guns and 18 hits. Wow. That's some good shooting, Juno. What did you do? Nab their magazines or something? Oh, man. That's an insane hit chance. Yep, night firing, yeah, not great. CL firing, not great. Fire control. Do we not have radar fire control on this? Huh. I guess it's not equipped with radar fire control. It must be an older set. Then again, the Flora or the Juno also does not have auto loaders, so yeah, it's been a while since she's been in port. I definitely need to start refitting some of my older cruisers because those are some worthwhile upgrades. Color me impressed. 6-inch auto loaders, good radar fire control. That is impressive. Let's move right along here. Okay. What do we have targets on? Yeah, I want you guys to target that. Open fire. Maybe even shoot a little? Start turning our forces back north. What do we have here? Are you guys done reloading yet? I'll tell you to hold fire for right now. How about these guys? One side reloaded. Should be just a few more minutes till we get the other side back up. I wonder what that thing is. That contact right there. is definitely a hostile because our shore battery's firing at it. We're going to keep these fellows here as a picket. Although I am going to reduce their speed a little. There we go, we've got an ID on it. Or at least a spot on it. And there we go, they are throwing out some damage. And we'll call that good enough. At least from this perspective. Start turning these guys back as well. What on earth is that? Sinking transport. Okay, I don't care. Ooh, helps if I turn Ernie back into the port. Oh, I could have just approached Penang from the south as well. Huh. Well, actually, no, I couldn't have. There was a bunch of contacts hanging out over here. Why is Excelsior only now reporting... Oh, is she shooting at something? Great Britain destroyed Division 9 down report? Yes. Alright, Ernie has made it back home. She is safe. Let's keep our cruisers around for now. We'll keep screening off whatever these are. Actually, you know what? Turn these guys around and we'll make them run a gauntlet. Are they actually firing? I'm not seeing reports about it. Then again, their ammunition is lowering down, and they are targeting. Albeit with a relatively poor accuracy. So I guess they are shooting at it, whatever it is. Alright, pull those back in. These fellows are also not likely going to get anywhere useful, so we'll send them back in. Battleships can head to port. Nest can head to port. Where was my battle cruisers? Here they are. Start sending them back to port as well. And we can start sending these guys back in too, now that this area is safe. Is the Liffey able to go? Nope, she's not going. Alright, we'll turn the Liffey back as well. We'll just keep on running. Now what are you guys doing? I want you guys headed back to port as well. There we go. Oh, hang on. Those fellows just turned around. Reduce speed, prepare to engage. Oh, they've even finished reloading torpedoes. Good. Are you guys willing to engage with guns? Are you able to engage with guns? They're not getting a target group yet. I guess it'll be a little bit before we reestablish that. Hopefully once they've slowed down we'll get something. Let's turn you guys back to the north, because they are headed towards us. Ah, we're in heavy rain right now? Okay, that's going to mess with our radar contacts quite a bit. Does everyone head back? Looking good. Turn you guys back in. You know what? Yes to all. All ships head back to port. Yeah, there's a non-zero possibility of getting contacts, but I don't think we're going to be able to shoot anything else. So we're just going to turn these guys back to port as well, and we're just going to run this continuously. There we go. You guys go back. You guys go back. Okay. Yep, battle cruisers go back too. Uh-oh. Tito has run aground while entering port. That's not good. That'll cause a little bit of damage. Hopefully not too much. That is hardly my first encounter with ships grounding while entering port. Alright, send that fellow back. There they go, safely in. Alright. Freighty rounds the point, and she makes her turn. Here comes Jackal. Almost there. She's around the point as well. Back in. And full speed on the game timer. Alright, everyone's back in. We'll just zoom out and take a look at this. Ooh, pretty. And that looks like the end of the invasion. Doink! There we go. Scenario's over. Alrighty, well, we did lose 2 transports and the patrol boat, which is unfortunate. And we lost 1 destroyer, which is painful to replace. Oh my god, the Japanese had 2 fleet carriers too? Ugh. Lucky they did not get those into action in time. And they had a CVL. Oh man. But we sank 1 of their dreadnoughts, a CVL, a heavy cruiser, light cruiser destroyer, and 4 transports. Alright, they did not reach their objective. They did have a few surviving merchants, unfortunately. Not very many losses on our aircraft. Their air wings were... Oh, they also had losses on ship as well because we sank 1 of their carriers. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, a quick review of shipboard stuff. Yep, that was the Sagami. That makes sense. Sank that with... Oh, wow. 4 heavy, 100 medium hits. Oh, man. So this is an older ship, 1935 era. Actually, not that much older. It's actually a really nice dreadnought, all things considered. Nice heavy deck. A little bit light on the belt armor. I would have gone heavier on the belt and probably a little bit less on the deck. But given the limitations that they're working with and their expectations of long-range gunnery and air attacks, it's a fairly reasonable design. Yeah, you can see they've got pretty solid secondaries and tertiaries. Nice head. Well, okay, not that great. Their heavy AA factor is not very good, probably because they don't have AA directors on this thing. But they're trying to make up for that with medium and light AA. All things considered, it's not a bad design. Alright, so we got a 10-inch hull hit. Didn't really do a whole lot. Superstructure hit penetrated. Yep, that was a juggernaut hit. That was one of the 4 hits that we scored. A few 5-inch hits. Didn't do a whole lot. Actually, yeah, a lot of those medium hits were probably from 5-inch guns, because I know our destroyers were just unloading in it. There we go. Torpedo, torpedo from the Afridi. Yeah, that's a lot of damage right there. 17-inch engine room belt hit. Ooh, that's bad. So that cut her down quite a bit. Probably slowed her down, caused some flooding. 17-inch turret hit, turret disabled. Wow, it was only disabled by a 17-inch penetration. That is surprising. Yeah, I want to try hitting these things with 20-inch shells. Alright, and then we start getting the 10-inch guns in there, and at that range, they start doing some damage. Failed to penetrate the belt. So yeah, I guess it is a legitimate belt. It was providing defense against the cruisers. But we were going through belt extended, we were knocking out turrets. Oh, here we go. I guess it was the angle of impact. Because we just punched right through that belt. 3,000 yards. Whole hit, belt penetrated. Right through there. 10-inch hit, more 10-inch hits. Conning tower, fore and aft hull hit. More turrets disabled. At this point, they're still trying to deal with the flooding from the shell hits and the torpedoes. Oh, that's not good. More 10-inch hits. And the funny part is that those 10-inch hits are considered medium guns, not heavy. They're just below the limit. So these are counted in that 100 medium hits. More hits, more hits. Limit's flooding again, but this time it's a higher value. Ten-inch hit. Yeah, angle does matter when it comes to penetrating armor quite a bit, because that is so much closer, and it just bounced right off. Launches torpedo at BB. Fortunately didn't hit. We got real lucky on that. The torpedoes were very much with us in this case. 10-inch hull hit, engine room, or hull hit, belt penetrated, hull hit. Yeah. And then we stack on some more stuff. Not a whole lot more, but sure, we'll take it. Alright, and then how did that carrier, the Ryujo, how did she fare? Oh, man. That's a lot of flooding. Haven't seen numbers like that for a while. Alright, 16-inch turret destroyed. 16-inch main gun crew cut down. Fore and aft hull hit. Here we go. Funnel riddled fire started. Yep. There we go. High speed increased flooding. Honestly, legitimate. They were trying to get away. More 16-inch hits. Fire spreads. Aircraft destroyed. More splinters in the uptake, so that's slowing down her speed. Fire spreads again. More aircraft destroyed. Yeah, she was already sinking at that point. Yep, so, in case you haven't figured it out already, aircraft carriers cannot stand up to battleship guns. Not in the slightest. And of course, she was only carrying 20 aircraft, so it's not enough to do a whole lot. The Futaka, let's take a quick review of that. Yeah, she also didn't do very well. Hull pass-through hit, superstructure hit. Oh man, that light belt is being penetrated even by the 5-inch shells. That is not a good sign for such light armor belts. Oh man, and to think some of my ships have that level of armor as well. I think my ships have better quality armor, but it's the same thickness, so I don't think we have much better protection than they do. And then, of course, we got down here, and they just cannot stand up to 10-inch guns. Not in the slightest. Torpedo from the Dido. Rudder damage, turrets disabled, waterline hits. Ah, nuts. 6-inch failed to penetrate. Oh well. But that was still plenty enough. Wow. All that stuff happened at 1300. Okay, yeah, that's a legitimate reason to call it sinking with that much damage and the torpedo on top of it. And of course we get more hits, more hits. Fire started, more hits on the engine room this time. I don't know, and I'd launch another torpedo at it. Yep, there it is. She was already well on her way to the bottom by that point, though, so I don't think it mattered. On the bright side, she was probably so low in the water that the torpedo didn't have any problems detonating. Then here was the Christopher, a most unfortunate loss there. The torpedo, I think, was fine. Oh, no, it wasn't. No, the 6-inch damage was fine. It was the torpedo that did it. Okay, I think that's enough looking at the results of this battle. Just out of curiosity, where were the carriers? Okay, so this is their main force. 1, 2, 3 transports. One more cruiser, the Yakumo. And the Azuma. So this must be their carrier force. Wow. Yeah, CVL, 2 carriers, 2 more heavy cruisers. If those heavy cruisers had joined the action, they might have been able to do a fair bit more damage. Yeah, those are more powerful cruisers, 10-inch guns. That would have been a threat, certainly to my battle cruisers and my older battleship. Probably not to the Juggernaut. She probably would be fine. But the rest of them, yeah, they can't repel that kind of... they cannot stand up against that level of firepower, the ranges that we were engaging at. Oh, man. I'm definitely on a Star Wars stint. I am looking forward to playing the new Star Wars fighter game. Alright, well, now is not the time to do that. We need to keep moving this war. Alright, there we go. Major victory, gain 2 prestige. Enemy invasion has been averted. Fantastic news. This is the Battle of Malacca Strait. Let's see if we can add any additional clarification here. Repulsed invasion. Call that good. Ooh, Carrier Rock is commissioned into the Navy. And 14 more corvettes. Radar and electronics. Shipboard high-frequency direction finding. Improves intelligence and ASW capability. Ooh, that's the sort of stuff we need. Better ASW? Fantastic. And better intelligence as well, which makes sense if we can get the direction to enemy transmissions as well as the message itself. Better able to know what we're dealing with and where. Ooh. Russia stealing technology? Honestly, as fellow monarchists, I don't think I'm going to bother getting upset about it too much right now. I have plenty of prestige. So we're just going to burn a little prestige to keep the Russians from going to war with us. Ooh, Short Company has developed an improved model of the medium bomber Beaufighter B. Let's take a look at what we got. Okay. Ooh. Okay, 1947. Better speed, better cruising speed, better range, no change in firepower, better bomb loads, and still poor reliability. But hey, better bomb loads, we'll take it. Oh, haha, that fleet support already taking its toll. Submarine has torpedoed and sunk a German destroyer. Flying boat sinking enemy submarine. Destroyer been sunk by mine. Enemy submarine sunk one of our corvettes. Flying boats bagging another submarine. Destroyer Lapwing is in dockyard hands for 6 months. Oh, nuts. There goes another corvette. Another corvette. It's okay, they only had a 2-inch gun. They didn't stand much of a chance. But our flying boats are taking their toll. And it looks like their raiders definitely got through this time around. That is a lot of VPs from trade warfare. Huh. During the recent battle, crew performance was adversely affected by poor living conditions away from home waters on some ships. I wonder which ships that was. Blockades are still holding just fine. Carrier Rock is commissioned. Problems with delivery equipment have delayed construction. Airbase Way Highway has finished expanding capacity. Fantastic. So we're going to have to do a quick review of those. My next question, since we sank a Japanese battleship, is there a possibility of starting to push the blockade onto Japan as well? We currently have 2 battlecruisers, 2 battleships in Southeast Asia, so we can match their battleship force. If we get our carriers over there as well, would we be able to... Nope. Nope, not against that level of heavy cruisers. I don't think we would be able to push a blockade. Not against that. That said, I don't think they're going to be doing an invasion in Southeast Asia. Not when they are outmatched like that. And we also have our 2 battleships over here. Okay, how long until our carriers arrive? Because that is a very important consideration. Mediterranean, Indian Ocean, Southeast Asia. 2 more turns until those arrive. 2 more turns until those arrive, and West Coast, South Pacific. 2 more turns until that arrives. Okay. Not great, not terrible. Okay, and we have a whole bunch of new corvettes working up. Oh, too bad, no time to work up. Off to trade protection with you. And then we also had, in our air groups, we had some important foreign stations with room for more airplanes. Alright, so what do we want to do here? Way Highway has a batch of medium bombers and a batch of flying boats. And they've got room for more. I think we're going to add another air unit here. So, one thing that I have noticed is that we have the ability to call for land-based cap. But we can't do that if we don't actually have any fighters there. Also, land-based fighters can be used for escorting medium bombers, flying boats, etc. as they go in on attacks. So I do believe in a hotly contested area like this, it is worth the effort to put some fighters on that airbase. So we're going to throw some fighters on Way Highway. Let's see, are there any other areas that need it? Halifax, St. John, Hamilton, those are all not a concern. What about Simpsonhafen? What was that again? That was down this way, wasn't it? Yeah, Simpsonhafen, right there. That's worth getting some fighters. We also have Muda and Tulagi. Don't think we're going to do a whole lot there. What about over this way? So there was Malacca. That's where our fight was earlier. Actually, heck, I was actually up here, but close enough. Let's see. Do we have anything? Not in this area. Although I do believe it is worth fixing that. We do want some air cover in this area. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Build fortification. We want an air base. Penang, Malacca, Kota Baru. I think we're going to go with Malacca. There we go. So we're going with the slightly more south one so it can provide cover for this entire area and the bases in the area as well. And maybe even air attack range for the medium bombers out to Pontianak. We'll see. Let's see, do we have any air requests in progress? Not really. Okay. Is there anything that we should be requesting? Okay, we've got a pretty good medium bomber, aside from the reliability. Wow, we are just having bad luck with the reliability. Float plane, poor. Medium bomber, poor. Dive bomber, poor. This most recent batch of planes has not been good in terms of reliability. Alright, well, we did just get a new medium bomber. Heck, let's get the... There, Bristol Botha currently under development. Huh. Bristol Botha. It's quite a name there. Okay, and then what was it I was looking at? I was looking for older medium bombers. So the Beaufighter B, still the most in use medium bomber. Actually, yeah, we still have the Beaufighter original model too. Alright, well, I think that even though we just got a new model of Beaufighter, I think it is worthwhile requesting a new medium bomber. And in this one, I think we are going to emphasize bomb load followed by reliability. Because I would very, very much like to have torpedoes on a medium bomber. And that's what you get from having a bomb load. And, you know, maybe some not poor reliability would also be appreciated. So let's do that. Okay. So that is set. Air group orders have been issued. Is there anything else we need to do here? No, I think we are good. Quick review of our ships in service, looking good. Actually, hang on. We have orders we need to do. And first things first, we need to resume construction on the Griffin. Now that our previous carrier is out. Speaking of carriers, do we have... Yeah, okay, we've got a whole new set of air wings there for the Rock. So we've resumed construction on that. And we'll be getting this new Spartiate class. It's funny, she's already old at this point. But still a very nice thing. Okay, anything else? Oh yes, I remember. It was time to order a few more arbalists and a few more corvettes. So let's get to 3 more arbalists. And let's do 8. Yeah, I think 8 is a good number of ASW corvettes. Looking at this, we're up to 141 corvettes, and the enemy submarines are dwindling. There's a lot, still, and it is taking their toll. But their numbers are definitely dropping, and I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with the losses. They're only just now starting construction. It's not going to be in time to do a difference. Okay. Well, that is all set. Quick review here. Anything else? Anything of concern? Not that I can see. Yeah, definitely got some refits to do once this war is over. But for now, I think we're sitting pretty. Aside from the ships undergoing repairs, that's a lot of ships being repaired in Southeast Asia. But hey, we'll get most of them back next turn. Alright, ooh, British ship Katana intercepts German raider. Ooh, modern cruiser warfare. Let's see how this Dakar does on the attack. Okay, here we go. Do we have a radar range? Yes, we do. It's a heck of a... Oh my goodness. I have never seen a daytime sighting range that long. Like, ever. Not in the Pacific, not in the North Sea, not in, like, ever. And here we go. Our daytime sighting range is almost as long as our radar range. Alright, let's see what we find. Ships sighted. Wow, torpedo range is longer than gun range. Okay, we have a good intercept. Accelerate to attack speed. And let's go get him. Heavy cruiser. Nope, that is an Emden class. Oh yeah, she may be fast, but not once you put a few shells into her. This fight is not going well for them. Ooh, turret disabled. Hang on, hang on. Did I see a fire? I thought I saw a fire there. Alright, it's out. Ooh, we took a hit on the missile launcher. That's not good. We may need to start investigating in redundancy on those SAMs. Alright, keep chasing, keep stern camping. Yep, there we go. She is stopped. And over. Alrighty. Fantastic. And that was an easy way to pass 1 month. There we go. Major victory. Easy victory points. We got a complaint about displacement, because why not? Hey, more corvettes. Enemy fleets dominate the seas around Fiji. Fiji? I thought I had ships there. Ooh, damaged in French battleship. That'll keep it out of the fight for a while. More corvettes. German corvette sunk. Enemy submarine sinks our thing. Flying boats are taking their toll. Outstanding. Destroyer Nereid has hit a mine. That is a lot of spirited gun duels. Did they finally figure out that those things we have on deck are purely for decoration? There we go, thwarting all those attacks. And then they still get their own sink-a-bunch. Nuts. But we are taking our toll. Excellent. So there's one blockade. Germany has commissioned the cruiser... Oh my. I have to attempt this. This is going to be horrible, but I gotta try it. Heavy cruiser Mönchengladbach. Oh, that is glorious. I hope I get to shoot it. And Italy has commissioned the ship Bartolomeo Colleoni. Alright. And the light carrier Oka. Lightweight engine components. Raiders out and about in the Pacific and such. Mostly the Japanese. Uh-oh. Did we just lose our blockade against Germany? What the heck happened? That is very, very not good. Why did we lose our blockade against Germany? And more importantly, why are we still maintaining the blockade against France if we can't maintain the blockade against Germany? And also, what can I do about it? Okay, one more turn till our air support arrives. And we need more corvettes. Given the rate of losses, I'm going to go back up to 12 ship batches. So there's a batch. What else can we do? And I do technically still have a few ships in mothballs. Granted, they're Comus class, so I really don't particularly want them getting into fights. But when I look at them, they're not bad. They're just, you know, slow. They're still rocking good fire control, advanced director. They're not well equipped with fire control, so that's not great, but are not well equipped with radar, but at least they have it. What else can we do? Quick review, we've got 2 carriers and workups. I'm going to say Gargoyle, that's good enough. I'm putting you active. We need more tonnage and more firepower on the blockade so we can try and reestablish our blockade against Germany. I also think, actually, it may be worthwhile laying down a few more coastal submarines, since they have been doing some good work in fleet support. And they can go anywhere, given that I have colonies everywhere. Yeah, we'll do it. We're going to lay down another batch of submarines. Haven't done this in quite a while, but I think it's worth it. Okay. And then is there anyone here who needs fire control upgrades? That is worth doing. Okay, the Iron Dukes do not have blind fire capability yet. Juggernaut does. Hercules does not. What about the... Okay, those guys do, which we very much put to good use in the last fight. The local ones do not. A little bit surprised by that. How about our destroyers? Carriers are good. Older destroyers, not so good. How about modern destroyers? Waveney's look pretty well equipped. Garys are on their way. Jackals are pretty well equipped, including almost all of the ones in Southeast Asia. And then, of course, all the arbalists. I'm almost tempted to grab a few arbalists and send them overseas too. Just to get some of those SAMs to help against the Japanese carrier groups. Alright, next turn. Convoy attack, Borneo. And we have carriers in the area. Okay. Well, we don't have land-based air cover, but big battle, lots of ships, should be fun. Except we're going to attack enemy shipping in general, although I doubt they're going to reach anything. And I see carriers in the area. Okay. Quick review, what force do we have? Battlecruiser force with heavy cruisers and support. Good. What about over here? We have battleships with light cruisers screening. And what about over here? We have an entire carrier group. CVL, CVL, CV. I think... How's our order of battle looking? Main force, scout force, carrier force. Ugh. I don't like that. I don't like having them split up like that. That is too much stuff to worry about. Actually, it doesn't actually seem all that bad since there's not that many ships involved. Alright, well, we have a battle to fight in the next episode. Until then, this is Katori87 signing off.